So a long time ago, I played the Danganronpa fan game, Danganronpa Another Despair Academy, and I liked it. It was a fine game overall, but there was one major problem with it, and that was the fact that you couldn't save during a trial. Like, there was only one save point in the middle of a 3-hour-long trial, and as a busy college student, I do not have the time to sit for 3 hours and do a trial. So let's move on to the second game in the series, where you can actually save in the middle of a trial. So it is better than the first game. Last time we finished chapter 3 with Setsuka, the ultimate billiard player, and the twins, Kanade and Hibiki, dying. This time we're going on to chapter 4. Keep your voice down. Don't you have common sense? I knew it! It's him! You didn't answer me back. It doesn't... Nikki, I heard that you betrayed the organization. Betrayed Void. I knew it! Why don't you calm down a bit? Say it! I'm a Void. What? I'm one of the 3 remaining Voids. Nikki, you're a Void? Yeah. Why are you telling us that? I cannot forgive Mikado. Plus, this is the best I can do to keep Setsuka's will to waste. Let's go, Nikki! Never mind, he might actually be base. I used to be the leader of Void. You all wanted to know why Void was doing this thing. What was the reason we set up this killing game? We had no intent to take part of these crooked measures at first when I was the leader. It was to search for a certain person. We all went through a terrible childhood, and there's a person who saved us from that hellish suffering. But as we grew older, that person was nowhere to be seen. So we made do with everything, and the people that met and teamed up during that period. A man who introduced himself as Mikado. Surprisingly, he knew himself as our purpose. He claimed he had knowledge regarding the person, and we prepared to meet him. Everything was well up until that point. All of us, including myself, we didn't know who Mikado was, but the important part is we finally got a clue on our search. But something went wrong. He told us we needed to sacrifice in order to meet that person, and that we need to kill them by our own hands. About that. Ever since Hajime died, I've been looking for a trusted partner I can trust, and in the end, I chose Setsuka. After choosing Setsuka as my partner, I told her about Void, just like I'm doing. You all think you dragged into the Mikado's plan simply because you were unlucky? There's a reason each and every one of you. Now, be prepared to answer my question. Excuse me? Anything's okay. Then, what's the... Thanks for watching the stream. We're gonna end there for today. No. Branch out to hobbies. Okay, so he didn't tell me at all why he's a Void. Cool. Yoriko, Sora! The explosion we heard this morning was because the Monocles crashed into the port. Julia, what are you doing here? Hahiko and Satsuki. Monokuma! Hello! Boop, boop, boop! Fellow comrades, you should immediately come over to the Oracle Room! You should come very quickly! Wait, start, and let's get right to it! From now on, you need to assemble here every day and pick one of these books. When your name is called, just come forward and pick a book. Inside a book, it contains helpful info if you're lucky, that is. Why don't you try your good fortune? The first page was blank. I flipped over the pages, one particular page. One page alone. What? Wait! The exit codes! Mikado should have been the one to come up with a plan. There could only be one answer. Someone from the outside has intervened. Somebody from the real world. Now! What do you mean the real world? The place you're standing in... We're in a simulation. That's why the inside is exactly the same, because it's just a different room in a video game. Right? Is that what you're trying to say? Exactly. But then who? It's probably that person, Ray McCarran. Ray, the orange-haired lady. But didn't she die? She died. Well, to explain that, I first have to bring to you some good news. This is the virtual world, so even if you die here, you won't die for real. So this Ray person is I don't know what she actually did, but the snow in the giant tower... It's Babel's tower, wherever it is, even its magic seems... This I cannot ignore. You're right, just simply meeting that person isn't our only objective. I know you find it may hard to believe, but that guy... Sorry to intrude, but you wouldn't be, by chance, be talking about Master Utsuro, You know him better than anyone else, don't you, Nikkei? Whatever process, whatever event you come across, it doesn't matter. The moment we cross that starting line, our destination is set. The system is rigged, and you know that better than anyone. You're already doing your job so well. You're doing fine, and you should keep up the good work. It's like I don't have to do it in my hands anymore. In front of his tower, me, you, we're all puppets waiting for the grand climax. Nikkei, you still haven't answered that question. Who is that Utsuro guy? Fucking fuck, that piece of shit. Can't win, cannot change the outcome, suck my ball. What? Bro's having a gamer rage. There she is! Fucking Kizuna! The best character in the game! She's my favorite one! She died too fucking early. I could fix her. She's a bit manipulative, but I can fix her. Taria? Shut up if you want to live. From now on, you'll listen to every word I say. If you resist, I will shoot you on the spot. He's going fucking insano mode. I said shut up. Sora, you too? From now on, you'll have to live your lives here. You'll be stuck here in this very break room under my supervision. But don't worry, I will provide you proper 3 meals a day. Except for mutants and special requests, you won't see much of me. With minimal contact, I will try to find ways to contact the outside world. So until then, you will not be allowed to escape whatsoever. This is to keep everyone alive. I should know better than anyone out here. In these situations, these are the only surefire way to prevent any more casualties. This is what he would have done, I'm sure. Kinjo? If you try to defy me or try to escape this room, then I will consider that person as a void, or someone who poses potential danger to the group, and I will take care of them myself. And for the others allowing such an act, I will make everyone pay responsibility and kill every last one of you as well. That's how far I will go to preserve the order and peace from now on. What? Why are you... Breaking school property is not... Why are you... What? What? He's one who bears what? Isn't that against the rules? Why isn't he getting punished? That's because the rules are a bit messed up after what happened to Monochrome. Oh, it's not exactly comfy. Yeah, let me sleep with you. Girlfriend. Good night, Sora. You won't believe how tired I am right now. And she's already asleep. I can't say this is the best bed. I mean, I can kind of lie down on it, but it's hard and rough. How about we use some of these books as pillows and blankets? Well, we always slept alone because of the rules, and sleeping together like this feels like a pajama party, or an actual school trip, or like we're girlfriends, snuggle up close. So what do you think, Yoko? Do you think I might be insensitive considering that we're talking, but would you care for a little nighttime chat? Yoko, come closer, I can't hear you well. What?! So you have chosen death. I was trying to go back to the note I left on his chair. Yuki, you're fucking gawk blocking me. You're fucking gawk blocking my girl.
Did something happen? Did we wake you up? Doesn't this make you feel like we're a married couple? Boy, am I tired. Good night, Sora. Oh my god, canon. Oh my god, married and with Aroha's the adopted child? Canon. Canon. When it comes to ambushing, if you gain knowledge of it beforehand and use it against the attacker, the result is much more devastating. Man, the number of times you're teaching us saved me, Kinjo. How you asking that happened to me that time happened to you as well. This is the only way! No one will die! I will protect everyone! This is how it should be, right? Right, Kinjo? Oh, he's fucking crazy. What were you to me, I wonder? Ah! Shinji, I thought you said you weren't in on this. I can't let someone precious to me die again. I won't fail to save them this time. The thing is, there's something strange written on the book I chose. There's a traitor amongst you who's with the Void. So you mean there's a rat among us? There are 3 Voids alive, Mikado, me, and the one I cannot reveal. So there's a person who's helping the Void among the 6 people, and excluding those 3. Personally, I think this traitor is none other than Shinji Kasai. I don't think it's Shinji. Rumor has it that it's a mysterious collaborator that helped with our plans. No one other than Mikado knows about this person. I know that if it wasn't for him, we'd all be dead this morning. But he's been acting strange, and as a Void, you're basically telling us there's a 6th Void. I couldn't confirm the information, and I heard that they only helped prepare the plan, and they weren't involved with the execution of it. Thanks, Shinji. Talking to you. It's not like I need your thanks. I'm probably more thankful to you. Goodbye! You love me. A fine specimen of a tsundere. What a girl. Damn, we're so in love with her. This should be the highest floor, but I can't even see the ceiling. If I fell from this place, I doubt I'd survive. And just at that very moment... What?! A body has been discovered! Yo! Can't even have a quiet nap in this place. Are we really dead? What? Who is it? Teruya? Emits a smoky odor like the body of Shinji Kasai, the ultimate firefighter. Oh! What happened? What do you mean there was a body found? Oh no, Shinji. Sora, what have you been all this time? Do you know how worried I got? I'm sorry, Yoriko. It looks like I worried you a lot. Guess I trusted this file. What's that supposed to mean? You said you had no memory for the past few days. Do you even know how this case went down? Well, we're not. That and this are unrelated. I know exactly what happened in this case, regardless of my memory. Investigate some other stuff. Did this bitch look somewhat... You're hiding something from me, aren't you? What? Stab wounds, one on top of the other. Someone strapped... It looked to be someone just strapped in the neck with a shrapnel. There's a much deeper gash underneath the first wound. It was hard to detect because of the burn marks. Even I almost missed that. But that wasn't all of it. There are a bunch of scabs of all sizes all over his body. The moniker file did not mention the fractures all over his body. There are bruises. The fractures and marks all... There are burn marks all over the room. Monaco is the one who stopped the fire, they said. The fire itself isn't much of a problem. The important part is, man, that the culprit could have figured out to use the fire some way to trick us. So the question is, why did the fire happen? A secret passage? No, I've been trapping here for days. How could I have missed this? As with Yoriko said she was looking for Sora, looking for albino girl. Yoriko said that after she talked to Sora for a bit, she just kind of disappeared. And about the others, I heard from Mikado that he and Teruya were together this whole time. Teruya was with him in the break room all this time. It's a long story, but something happened between us and Teruya, and he kind of lost all hope after that, so he was probably just doing nothing while he was in. Well, the thing is, about Yoriko, Sora fell from the top floor, I think. It was before I met up from Yoriko. I was on the first floor when I saw something fall from the ceiling. It was too fast to see exactly what it was, but it looked like a human. And I saw a hint of white, so it was probably Sora. I would walk up to her and ask what happened. I couldn't, because she just kind of disappeared. She just phased through the floor and disappeared below. I didn't believe it myself when I saw it, and when I touched the ground after that, it was hard solid. I'm telling you, nothing special really. I'm extremely sorry. That isn't the problem. It's just moments I talked to you, and you're telling me you vanished into thin air? We talked for a bit on the top floor after meeting with Nikkei. I agree that I said some stupid stuff back then. I went down and waited for you. And I went downstairs as well. Perhaps we simply missed each other. Is this like a different Sora? The machines inside the power room were broken to pieces. There's blood here. And there are definitely blood marks on the machine. Judging from the fact that they weren't destroyed by the power, the amount of blood seems to be significant. This is made by the body to have in direct contact with the machine. Did they try to start a fire to erase this? And the culprit is one hell of a dumbass. Perhaps the machine breaking is what caused the fire. And if true, that means the blood here is what? Half of us left, and one of us will leave, or everyone in this place will be our very tomb. Yuki, what did you just... What's this? There's something I should feel important that I should be remembering it now. Have you gone Uchiro mode? What? What do you mean administrator code activation? There's no need for that. We already have our culprit. Yuki, you're the culprit, aren't you? I remember. I also recall Nikkei suspected Shinji as a spy. The people I gathered in the meeting room already knew this info. I also told you that I would try to speak with Shinji alone at a Void member, and just as promised I called Shinji over to the power room. I was trying not to be too direct with Shinji, but unknowns to us, Yuki had snuck in with eavesdropping. Oh really? You don't even know what actually happened. I believe I also did I was saying this. I was definitely in the room when it happened, but I was unconscious because someone ambushed and after Yuki showed up. While I was distracted with Yuki, Shinji suddenly attacked me. Shinji attacked you. It was right after that I lost consciousness, so I don't know what happened after that. But one thing I could say for sure when I came to is that Shinji was dead in the third party. Nikki, you said that after you woke up, Shinji was dead and Yuki had disappeared. And what did you do afterward? I ran away because I got scared. Nikki, allow me to say the very word you just said to Yuki. But can you prove it? If Yuki killed Shinji, that means you were there unconscious when the time it occurred. Even if you were knocked out, don't you think it was weird that Yuki would murder someone he didn't know when you were going to wake up or not? Rather, you had the perfect chance to kill Shinji after Yuki had left, not... You're the one who was with Shinji the last, right? Was that Adachi's theme? Was that Adachi? Was that Adachi? Play that sound clip back. Play that shit back. Did you hear that? That's the fucking... That's fucking Adachi, right? I'm sorry, I stabbed Big Bro like you said with a glass shard on the neck. I know I asked you all to ignore me. Can I say one thing? I know for a fact that a person like you wouldn't stab Shinji without good reason. After Nikkei, I was being cautious investigating when I suddenly got attacked by someone from behind. When I came to, Nikkei was out on the floor and Big Bro was holding a stun gun in its hands with a scary looking expression. I don't know if it was what Nikkei told us, but it didn't feel like the Big Bro I knew. You don't know how he acted weird lately, right? I was so scared that I was frozen still when he suddenly came right at me. I thought that Nikkei would just get killed by Big Bro, so when I thought I was going to be killed, I reacted without thinking. I grabbed a shard of glass on the ground, showed his true colors. Even as he got stabbed by me, if I stayed still I might have died. The next thing I knew, he crashed into the wall. And Big Bro was buried under the debris. When everything was over, a horrible realization came over. I stabbed Shinji. I tried to be calm and walked over to Shinji. I've noticed that Shinji was still alive and breathing. Maybe it wasn't a direct hit, but he was alive, probably for a few minutes more. I first thought of healing him, but it wasn't like I had any medical experience. And if Shinji died while doing so, Yuki would be the blackened. Yes, I delivered the finishing blow. Even though I was thinking to do something that's despicable of ending, my body saved Yuki, but in my head, so I used someone else's hand instead. You grabbed Nikke's wrist while he was unconscious! This is a class trial. I cannot let that happen. Why? What? Are you like the reincarnation of Taria? Who was left inside the power room? Just Shinji. Shinji started the fire. He killed himself. There's a burnt stun gun light. He told me he blacked out. Perhaps he was attacked by someone with that stun gun. Didn't you feel like something left? If Shinji really is the culprit, why would he be kidnapped, and by whom? Well, Shinji, obviously. The only one to have hostile intent against everything. Nikki, there's one thing I need to clear up with you. When you gathered us in the meeting hall room to tell us that Nikki might be the traitor, where were you and what were you doing after that meeting? I went straight to talk with Shinji, after calling him out of the power room. But why to the power room? Why call him to a creepy dark... If you really did believe, shouldn't you have acted with a bit more caution? I mean, doesn't everyone agree this? If Shinji really was a dangerous threat, then Nikki basically walked into a tiger's den alone immediately. I think it was lying way before that. You even lied about betraying the board? Okay, don't seem like I lied about everything. The part about wanting to kill Mikado was true. It's just like that I couldn't tell everything about it. All of this was a plan to kill Mikado. Danganronpa. Whatever the case, let me remind you that the whole case was planned by Nikki. He first dropped false info on us as bait, saying someone helped us find her back. After the meeting, Nikki used a stun gun to kidnap Yuki and take him to the power room. And then called over the real culprit of this case. Nikki's goal was to push Yuki into killing someone. As soon as Yuki woke up, he used a stun gun on himself to knock himself out. Here, Yuki said that the culprit rushed to attack him, but in reality it was an act to save. However, Yuki panicked and grabbed one of the glass shards and stabbed his throat. After realizing that he killed someone, he ran away from the scene. It's that moment that I entered the power room from the secret passageway below. I also made a mistake. I thought Yuki had killed someone. At this time, the culprit and Nikki were in the room. After checking up on the culprit, I found that he miraculously survived the wound. However, the thought across my mind was not to save the dying culprit, but to save Yuki from becoming the culprit. Are we the traitor and we just don't know it? I think we're like a version of Akane. Since there's a version of Uchiro, there has to be a version of Akane, right? I used his hand to cut the throat, and by removing the last person who harmed the victim, it became me. Although I did something horrifying to Nikki. We believe his words that he ran away from in fear from the crime scene, thinking of him as a victim in all this. But in reality, he must have been thrilled, as his real objective was to make Yuki the Blackened. The culprit was dead, and it looked like Yuki had ran away from the scene. However, unbeknownst to him, I had interfered and even used his hand in the crime. Yuki and I didn't check if he died. The culprit wasn't some traitor for the voice. In fact, he knew someone knew. Even in his dying breath, he thought of Yuki, the one he stabbed him. Soon after checking the state he was in, in order to kill himself, in order to save Yuki from being the Blackened, he committed suicide. At first he tried bashing his body into the machines in the power room. The traces of blood on the machine proved this, but that wasn't going to cut it. Then the machines broke down. As a firefighter, the culprit must have known how fire can be used, so he jumped into the fire willingly. And we thought to ourselves, none of us had caused this fire. This was later used as evidence to deduce that the culprit has committed suicide. While the others were in despair, in the end, the case had no actual culprit. He was with me the whole time. To me, Bozak, I was in league with both sides of you, like a double agent. I asked you all to keep my identity a secret from Taria, but I also told Taria the same thing, to help me out since I can't trust anyone else. Thanks to that, Taria and you all started doubting and fighting each other just like I planned. I got the perfect setting to carry out my plan in the tower. Just a mysterious place. It's all because of Yuki Maeda. I left it obscure. Yuki is Mikado putting Yuki through the ordeal of a killing game to erase his original personality and bring in another. That is the ultimate goal and the reason for Void's existence. Madison Energy is a man with a fanatic obsession with his plan. It's like as if his entire life, nothing would have been a stronger blow than to reunite with Master Utsuro, of course. Now this is getting longer than I expected. I've been keeping silent to let Nikki have his moment, but it's too early for anything to this. I'm afraid I must end it. It's not over. There's got to be a way left. There's no such thing, and that is because you, Nikkei, got rid of the plan of its biggest impediment, Shinji. I'd like to enjoy this more. Monochrome, the preparation, if you may. What other thing there could be but then the execution of this miserable wreck, who, might I say, violated the rules? Oh, fuck you! What is this rule? There wasn't such a rule. Oh, Iroha violated a rule. I identified a violation of Rule 17. The offender will be executed immediately. That should not be allowed. Press conference. His hand. Ask you. I have a question for you, Sora. Listen to me! You really don't know about Yuki's identity. Yuki is Void Sotaru. We're just extras. And you dirtied your hands just to save Yuki. There must be something behind this. You aren't gonna know. What you did is murder. You played a role in this murder too. I know, and I can understand. It's not because of that. I don't want to do this to you either. You're lying to me. You know something and you're hiding it from me. What? We're going through a breakup arc right now. Is there something... What would you do, Master? So we are a reincarnation of, like, a digital version of Akane. I'm sorry. No! Not the breakup arc! Girlfriend, no! Sora, just fucking tell her! What's written on there is your reset code. I received it from someone. From Rei Makaru. What? I met her. Rei Makaru, your partner. Rei's dead. You heard, Nikkei. If you died in the virtual world, I know I've thrown out tantrums denying that. No, Rei's still alive. I don't know if Nikkei lied or if he actually didn't know about it, but Rei's still alive. And once you regain your memories, there's something I want to ask of you. What? I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! Of praise. If you did not, I knew it was you! Monaco. Are you being threatened by Mikado or something? I always thought you had a goofy character who worked with wood, but your recent actions have been unnatural. If you were doing this against your will, if none of this is your true intention, that's not how it is. I'm a being that exists only to host this killing school trip and nothing more. You need a basic explanation of the Fifth Island. So, well, we have to move sooner or later. I think it's safe to assume that the cars work, so... Come on in. I'm not that good at driving. As much as I don't want to get the help from someone who imprisoned me, you better drive safe, okay? Wait, I want to sit in the back too. Sure, come on in. I saved the passenger seat for you. Everyone, we're here. What do you mean reckless driving? Huh? Where did Mikado and Shibai go?
Yoroshi.
Welcome to Higa City. State-of-the-art industry and tourist attractions. In honor of a special someone, or so is the plan setting. It doesn't really matter. Now the rules are absolute. I won't bound it to a specific time, but I suggest you don't go there in the night. The rules are going to be enforced at the same level as school rules. You're really calling it that? Yoriko, could we talk for a little? Yoriko, no! I can see dozens of hotels. Give me one night to think about it. We can talk about everything there is to talk about. Sleep well, Sora, and I'll contact you using the handbooks tomorrow morning. This is the worst ending. Yoriko, come back!